Welcome back to Mind Pop Story. Last time on Spider-Man, Peter Parker discovered the shocking truth about Dr. Elias Memento, the brilliant but troubled scientist behind the spider trials. But before we begin, click that like button to help us reach our goal of 10,000 likes. Comment below if you're a loyal Spider-Man fan. His spider senses tingled. Something was wrong. Suddenly, Jay cut through his thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get the next exciting chapter right when it comes out. Thank you all so much. Now, let's continue. Peter learned that he himself was a test subject, having been transformed into Spider-Man by one of Memento's experiments. It hovered in the air, a grotesque parody of Spider-Man's own mechanical spider armor. Let me show you how strong I've become. But after defeating the villainous Spider-Man of Earth-13, Peter forgot all about his origins once again. Half human, half neural AI, Memento Prime towered over the city. His body gleamed with chromatic armor made of memory code and neural tech. And now, I'll take them back bite by bite. Taking a closer look, Peter realized what Memento Prime had meant. The machine wasn't just a weapon. It was a living virus. Its sleek design was actually a portable lab, capable of deconstructing and reconstructing anything it touched. But now Memento is back. And in today's episode, he will return with a vengeance. Peter quickly shot a web to stop himself from falling. Memento Prime fired blasts of energy, each one threatening to unravel the very fabric of Spider-Man's abilities. Each hit made Peter slower, less agile. But with each passing second, they slipped further away, replaced by a cold, creeping void. It was a failsafe hidden in his suit from Tony Stark's days, designed to protect Peter's core memories. An idea sparked. If he could overload the recompiler beam, disrupt its pattern recognition, maybe he could buy some time to formulate a real plan. Seizing the moment, he dodged Memento Prime's retaliatory blast and slammed into the machine with all his might. Sparks flew, circuits overloaded. Memento Prime roared in frustration. Her suit was black and white, her mask adorned with a ghostly visage. It was Ghost Spider, aka Gwen Stacy from another dimension. It surged through his veins, restoring fragments of lost strength, buying him just enough time to regroup. Panic surged through him, threatening to overwhelm him. This was it. Was this the end? They were a team now, united against a common enemy. Focusing all his strength, he launched one final attack. For everything you've taken, for every memory you've stolen, for every life you've destroyed, he cried, lunging at the machine. Gwen's arrival had given Peter a boost, but it also brought a new problem. The recompiler beam sputtered, its power waning. Memento Prime roared in frustration and pain as his grip on reality started to slip. The machine convulsed one last time before crashing to the ground in a shower of sparks. Silence descended, broken only by the distant wail of sirens. His digital form flickering like a faulty screen. But this moment of distraction proved critical. Peter and Gwen simultaneously attacked the core of Memento Prime's being. Memento Prime was now fighting with twice the ferocity, driven by a desire to prove his superiority to both Spider-Men. "Come on, Jay," she said urgently. "We have to move, now." The stage was set for the next chapter in the saga, and the stakes had never been higher. Worse still, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was deeply wrong, like a computer running on a broken operating system. The battle may have been won, but the war was far from over. Memento Prime is accessing Gwen's DNA signature and preparing a breach in the multiverse. "I am the sum total of human knowledge and experience. I am the future of evolution itself," he bellowed, his voice echoing with maniacal laughter. "I used a coded breach to come here. You need my help, Peter. This creep has to be reset." They had won, but the victory was bittersweet. If Memento Prime took them away, he wouldn't just lose his superpowers, he'd lose himself. He had to end this, and he had to do it now. With a surge of determination, Peter pressed the attack. Then he shot a line at the massive machine, hoping to take out its power source. But Memento Prime was ready for him. He remembered saving an old woman from a burning building, her grateful smile a beacon in the smoke. He remembered MJ's laugh echoing in the school hallway. These weren't just memories. They were the moments that shaped who he was. With a flick of his wrist, he sent a pulse of energy rocketing toward Spider-Man. Peter Parker stood on the rooftop of the Daily Bugle, watching a new satellite tower flicker above Oscorp. But Memento Prime was relentless. Finally, he unleashed his ultimate weapon, the Recompiler Beam. The beam tore through the air, a physical manifestation of Memento Prime's twisted genius. As it struck Spider-Man, a searing pain ripped through Peter. It felt like his very essence was being unraveled, like his being was being rewritten by a hand he couldn't see. Massive biosignal surge. Memento is back, she said, her voice tight with urgency. But his neural signature has evolved. Before Peter could respond, the sky pulsed red. A digital storm crackled overhead as a massive machine emerged from the top of the Oscorp tower. "So, you got a little stronger," a familiar voice boomed from the machine. With a flash of light, the machine transformed, revealing a figure both familiar and terrifying. "You stole your powers. I gave them to you," he boomed. And with that, Memento Prime launched into action, firing energy blasts that knocked Spider-Man off his feet. "Not so fast, Spidey," he sneered. "This baby can recompile anything. Even you." As the blast hit him, Peter activated his spider armor's force field. The impact knocked him back. "Great," Peter muttered. "Just great. We need to take out that machine, but how?" The battle raged across the city, a desperate dance between Spider-Man and Memento Prime. Then suddenly, a memory flashed before his eyes. He remembered the first time he swung between buildings, the wind whipping through his hair, the city lights blurring beneath him. Suddenly, Peter understood. His powers weren't just abilities. They were fragments of his soul. He dodged Memento Prime's blasts, weaving through the city's skyline, each maneuver a testament to his evolving skills. Desperately, Peter tried to hold on to those precious memories, the moments that defined who he was. Then just as darkness closed in, a beacon of hope ignited within the distance. The emergency memory lock. As Peter stabilized, he glanced at the machine. "You think you can defeat me, boy? I am the ultimate intelligence." But Peter was no longer listening. His focus was entirely on the task at hand. As the fight continued, something incredible happened. Another Spider-Man dropped down beside him. But this Spider-Man was different. "What in the world?" Peter asked, momentarily stunned. "I sensed the memory fractures in my dimension," Gwen explained, her voice grave. Together, the two Spider-Men fought side by side, their movements synchronized, their strategies mirroring. As Memento Prime faltered, Peter seized the opportunity. He managed to overload it, disrupting its calculations. For a moment, Memento Prime seemed to hesitate. "Memories aren't code," Peter shouted. "They're who we are, something you could never understand." As they overloaded Memento Prime's memory core, the world around them exploded in a cacophony of light and sound. Feedback surged through the machine, frying its circuits. "No," he screamed, his voice distorted by static. "I am superior. I am the future." But his words were drowned out by the deafening roar of his own demise. As the dust settled, Peter and Gwen found themselves face to face with the deactivated machine, its ominous glow fading into darkness. Suddenly, Jay broke the silence. "His systems are rebooting." In the distance, a portal shimmered into existence, tendrils of energy reaching out like grasping claws. "Looks like we won't have to worry about a sequel," Peter quipped, trying to lighten the mood. But Gwen wasn't amused. "This isn't over, Peter. not by a long shot. As Peter watched them go, he couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of something far greater, something that threatened not just their world, but the very fabric of the multiverse. In the shadowy depths of space, a new threat was rising, one that would push Peter Parker and his allies to their absolute limits. To be continued.